What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're gonna take a look at 4 different guitars for metal style of music in a price range, let's say under €500 or dollars or pounds. That would be pretty much the same, I guess. I ordered these 4 instruments to strumentimusicali.net, but before to reveal what I ordered, I kindly remind you to subscribe to my channel. It really helps a lot in order to make these kind of videos possible. And now let's proceed with the unboxing. Okay, the first guitar is a Schecter Omen Extreme 6. This guitar features a mahogany body with a maple top with this nice veneer, I guess. I think it's a veneer, I don't think it's a solid maple top. Anyway, we have a maple neck as well with rosewood fingerboard, really nice, I have to say. We have 24 jumbo frets, really comfortable. We have kind of a weird electronics. We have 2 volume, but this is the bridge volume and this is the neck one. So a little bit weird, but you can get used to it pretty quickly. And then we have a tone with a split coil function. And of course we have a 3-way selector switch. The pickups are Schecter Alnico, but really powerful ones, I have to say. And regarding the tuners, these are not locking tuners, but they work quite fine. Maybe a thing that you want to know is that here the neck joint is kind of squared, so if you are not used to it, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. Me personally, I'm really okay with it because I'm used to Fender guitars and stuff like that, so I'm used to it. But if you're more into super sleek, ergonomic neck joint, maybe this is a thing that you can consider if you're into, you know, playing a lot of higher note stuff. So now let's hear the clean tones. We will have the same amp settings for the 4 guitars. So any difference regarding volume or gain or EQ is just due of the different pickups and guitar configuration. Okay, as I said before, these pickups are quite powerful. So now let's hear how this guitar behaves with a, you know, more chuggy situation. And let me know if you can guess the riff that I'm gonna play. Alright, and now let's hear how this guitar behaves in a more lead situation. Regarding the tone, I'm just using the same amp setting. I'm using my Marshall JCM 2000 DSL 50 watts with the Torpedo Captor and the Torpedo CAB M with the Friedman V30 cab. Really cool cab, it's the best V30 cabinet that I've tried so far, really like it. And I'm just adding a little bit of delay and reverb by the Strymon Timeline and the Strymon Flint. Okay, the second guitar is the ESP LTD EC-256, pretty much a Les Paul inspired kind of guitar, and this is really lightweight, especially compared to the Schecter that it was a little bit heavy, I have to say. And actually this guitar is in mahogany like the previous one, so I guess we have some kind of weight relief, I think, because this is not super thin and still super light, so you know, that's my guess, but I'm not really sure about that. We have also mahogany neck, and then the fingerboard is roasted jatoba, even in somewhere it's indicated like rosewood. It looks like, it really looks like it, but actually it's this roasted jatoba. Really cool looking, I have to say, and you know, also under the finger is pretty cool. Really smooth. We have a three-way selector switch like a Les Paul, and then the same configuration as before, the 2 volumes for the 2 pickups and the split coil with the tone control. We have a fixed bridge also here, and you know, we have normal tuners here, not locking, but they work pretty cool, especially, you know, with a fixed bridge, so not a big problem for that. And then the pickups are a little bit softer, let's say, compared to the Schecter one. I don't really dig these particular pickups, I have to say. They are a little bit maybe too mid-focused and not really tight maybe on the bottom, but you know, it's a matter of personal taste, so let me know in the comment section down below if you actually agree with me or not. Let's start hearing the clean tones as before with my Marshall. Okay, now let's hear the crunchy, more chuggy tone. Again, let me know in the comment section down below if you can guess the riff. Yeah, here it goes. Alright, so as before, now let's hear how this guitar behaves in a more lead situation. Same sound as before, just adding a little bit of ambient effects. Okay, the third guitar is Jackson Dinky with this reverse headstock that I really like. We have a Jackson licensed Floyd Rose tremolo that actually works quite fine. Single humbucker pickup configuration with a 5-way selector switch, so we don't have any push-pull for this guitar. Of course, we don't have any locking tuners because, you know, we have the Floyd Rose with the locking nut here. Regarding the woods, this is made of poplar and the neck is made of maple with this laurel fretboard. It actually looks quite cool, also this one, and it's pretty thick, I have to say. This guitar has got a completely different sound, more stratty, more super strat kind of tone, and let's hear how it sounds in the next example with, you know, the clean tones as before. Okay, I personally really like guitars with Floyd Rose, not for the tuning thing, but because they have kind of dry and tight sound, but you can hear that in the next example with the more crunchy tone. Okay, so now we can hear the lead tones, and actually I was kind of surprised because in the single coil neck position I thought these pickups would have been more thin, but they actually behave quite good. Now let me know if you agree with me. And the fourth and final guitar is the super lightweight Ibanez. This is an Ibanez RGA 42 FM, kind of, difficult name to remember. And this guitar is made of Meranti. That's basically a wood that should be similar to the mahogany regarding, its specifications. And then we have a maple neck with Jatoba fingerboard also for this guitar. We don't have any locking tuners whatsoever, but the tuners, they are working just fine for my concern. We have a fixed bridge and two quantum pickups that actually are quite nice, I have to say. This is the cheaper guitar of the lot, and it's really, really cool. We have also a 5-way selector switch, so we have a nice versatility. These pickups, they are powerful, but still really clear, but you can hear them in the clean tones example. Alright, now let's hear how this guitar behaves with a more crunchy tone. Actually, this one inspired me to play a little bit more modern kind of riffs, and it's the only riff that I played in a drop D tuning. I know it should have been in drop C, but I think it sounds quite alright even with this tuning. And let me know in the comment section if you guess also this one. so now let's hear how this guitar behaves with the lead tones. As before, just a little bit of delay and reverb, and you know, that's it. Okay, now I wanted to compare these four instruments in the same scenario, situation, just like, you know, playing, chugging on a E string, a palm muting, because I think that's a thing that you will do a lot with this kind of guitars. So there will be just one after the other, so you will have a more clear idea on how these guitars behave in a scenario like that one. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about these guitars. These Schecter, actually, I quite enjoy playing with it. This shape is not my favorite one. I think it's really 2000-ish kind of look, and it's not my favorite at all. And also another thing that I didn't like, it's kind of heavy. So if you are really young and you are planning to play a lot, standing, wow, maybe, you should hit the gym a bit, because this guitar is pretty heavy. I mean, it's way more heavy than the other three guitars. But apart from that, this is the one that felt more real. I mean, the feeling under the fingers is really cool, and it feels like it's a guitar that it's not just for metal, but, quite versatile, and it's a well-made guitar, I have to say. No complaint at all regarding the tone or regarding how it's manufactured, and it looks and feels, and especially like a more expensive guitar than it actually is. The LTD, as I said before, is super light and actually also cool looking for my taste. I was expecting a little bit more from this instrument, because I've tried the EC-1000, that's the more expensive version of this one, and I was really impressed by the EC-1000, and this one is fine, but the pickups are not really my cup of tea. I think they are a little bit, not great sounding for my taste, especially compared to the EC-1000. And I know it costs pretty much twice as much of this one, so it of course it should be a better sounding instrument, but still, even in this test, maybe these pickups are the ones that I like the least. Anyway, this guitar feels good. Also, the fretwork is quite nice. It's really comfortable to play. Also, the action and the setup just out of the box, not bad at all. So if you're into a kind of a Les Paul shaped guitar and you want it to be easy to play and lightweight for sure, yeah, this guitar may be the right choice for you. Maybe you will need to change the pickups if you're picky about the sound, but then if you're planning to spend a lot on pickups, maybe you should go check out the EC-1000. I know there's an intermediate version between these two, but I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know about that. So yeah, it's a good choice. Maybe the pickups are not my favorite, but still a nice sounding guitar for the price. The Jackson is really nice. I mean, for me, just, you know, the shape, the rubber headstock, and maybe because, you know, when I was younger, I was really into Jackson guitars. You know, I was dreaming about having one, and so for me, just, you know, looking the logo on the headstock, it's kind of, you know, I'm a little bit nostalgic, let's say that. Unfortunately, this guitar is maybe the, I don't know, the less refined. You know, some frets are not super smooth when I bend the strings, and it's quite of a pity because the guitar feels good, and also, as I said before, I like Floyd Rose style of guitars, and they are more 80s kind of guitars, and, you know, and feel-wise and sound-wise, they are, you know, they're giving you that thrash metal or 80s style of rock music that I personally quite enjoy. The pickups are not super incredible, but they still do the job. And regarding the Floyd Rose, well, if this should be your first guitar, be aware that any Floyd Rose, it's not really easy to set up, and not maybe your first choice if you're new into electric guitar world, so be aware of that. But if you are, you know, a more seasoned player and you want to have a guitar that's not super expensive but still have that 80s kind of vibe, well, this could be a nice choice. Maybe you can take it to your setup guy and, you know, make it a little bit shine a little bit better, you know, fret wise and stuff like that. But yeah, not my favorite of the lot, but, you know, maybe I'm not totally impartial because I like, you know, the brand. You already told me in another Jackson video, you know, this is not the same Jackson and blah 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 blah. Yeah, but still, you know, it's a Jackson, I like it. What can I do? Finally, the fourth guitar, this Ibanez, I think is the one that impressed me the most. This one is super lightweight, and for the price, it's an amazing guitar because it's the cheapest one, like way cheaper than the others. And this guitar is really cool. It sounds great. I mean, maybe these pickups are my favorite. These are ceramic pickups, so they are quite powerful, but still they're pretty clear. I don't know, it sounds good. And also feel-wise, it feels like it's a reliable guitar, solid, that you can, you know, do whatever without caring too much about it. I mean, it's well made, made to play, it's well intonated, it sounds good, the frets are super smooth. I don't have any particular complaint about it. Also, I like also the color. I think it's a nice blue, and it's pretty cool guitar, I have to say. So maybe this can be my favorite of today, because it, you know, the quality over price is kind of amazing. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So let me know in the comment section which one you liked better. Of course, you can find all the links in the description down below if you want to know more about prices, availability and specifications. As I said before, push the like button if you feel like, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. And that's pretty much all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Ciao!